Have you ever felt like you were guilted into doing something you didn't want to do? Or were you presented with a cold shoulder or given the silent treatment when you knew you didn't deserve it?
From blaming you to victimizing themselves, emotional manipulators are masters at psychological and emotional games. These games the manipulators play can be destructive and can go to the point where you might start questioning yourself and your motives. Hello everyone and welcome to Calm Sage. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the common signs of emotional manipulation and how to break free from this tactic.
Number 1. They get too close too quickly. Imagine you're meeting someone new and that person opens up about their insecurities to you on the very first day. How would you feel? Uncomfortable? You should. Emotional manipulators are people who normally skip the get to know you stage and are more likely to share their insecurities pretty early in a relationship.
In reality, they do this because they want your trust. They want to entice you to share your insecurities with them so that they can use them against you when the time comes.
Number 2. They exaggerate, and they exaggerate a lot.
Imagine your partner comes home after work and they say they had a bad day at work. Their bad day could be, let us say, spilled coffee, but then they'll relate the tale to you. They will exaggerate and make the small event look a lot bigger.
Emotional manipulators are master liars and they exaggerate to make themselves seem more vulnerable to gain sympathy from others. Number 3. They are a bully. Bullying is not always about physical or even verbal abuse. It can be constant criticism, threats, and it can be using a condescending tone to mock your concerns. Emotional bullying is a real and serious tactic with emotional manipulators. And not only emotional, but manipulators can also use social bullying in the form of spreading rumors.
For emotional manipulators, bullying is a form to make you feel inadequate, less than, and dependent on them for info.
Number 4. They make you feel sorry.
If you ask a question to your partner and they respond with something along the lines of, I don't understand why you're asking me this. I get anxious. Why do you always question my concern? This is a form of emotional manipulation too.
To manipulators, this kind of passive aggressiveness allows them to control and influence your choices and decisions. These kinds of actions are done to make you feel sorry that you voiced your concerns. Number 5. They play down your problems. Again, imagine you had a bad day at work and your partner or even a friend comes over and tells you about the bad day they had after you have told them about yours. But they respond with, you think your day was bad? You didn't have to deal with an annoying client. I did. Number 6. They act like a victim.
You want me to do the dishes? This is a lot. I had a tiring day at work. Have you heard of this kind of phrase from your partner? If yes, hey, this is a sign that your partner is using a manipulation tactic. These kinds of people play with others' emotions. At first, they'll agree to help out, but when the time comes, they'll either drag their feet or avoid the job at all.
Emotional manipulators love playing the victim card. They act as the job they had volunteered at first is now a burden, and they'll eventually play with your insecurities and exploit your emotions to get off doing the job. Number 7. They don't take responsibility for their actions. Even if they are at fault, emotional manipulators will never take accountability for their actions. If they fail at something, they'll try to blame their failure on you. For example, you have a big meeting at work, but you were not available the previous day because you had a prior engagement you couldn't get out of. But here, your co-worker, an emotional manipulator who was responsible for the presentation part, hadn't done their part. Now, in this situation, at the meeting, because of your co-worker's mistake, your impression was ruined. This emotional manipulator will come back to you and blame you for not being there the previous day and blame you for the failure instead of owning up to their actions. Their actions will make you feel bad enough that you'll end up apologizing even though it wasn't your fault and they were clearly responsible for the failure. Number 8. They always criticize you. You shouldn't eat much, you are gaining weight. Yes, this kind of criticism is also a form of emotional manipulation. In the guise of concern, an emotional manipulator will use your weakness to hurt you. Their words are meant to ridicule you and make you feel dismissed. Their comments are more likely to tear away your self-esteem and confidence. Number 9. They use your insecurities against you. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that emotional manipulators get too close too quickly. Well, their aim is to get you to open up about your insecurities with them.
With access to those insecurities, they may use your weak spots to upset and hurt you even more.
Number 10. They are passive aggressive. Passive aggressiveness is a kind of subtle form of manipulation. This form of communication is a way to avoid confrontation and arguments directly. These kinds of manipulators will communicate behind your back to your friend or family member, but would never come straight to you and confront you.
They'll talk behind your back and would say things such as, "I would have told you if only you were here."
Number 11. They give you the silent treatment.
What? Now, if I don't say anything and leave you hanging, how would you feel? Guilty? Most likely. Even though there is nothing to feel guilty about, in some cases, emotional manipulators use their silence to control you and make you feel bad and kinda accountable for your actions.
Now, if these signs are familiar to you, then you must be wondering how to break free. Don't worry, we are here to help you after all.
First things first, if an emotional manipulator is making you feel guilty or sorry for things you didn't do, you need not to apologize. You need to stand by your views and concerns and not let them guilt you into being sorry.
Second, always listen to your gut. Your instincts, trust me, they are rarely wrong. Trust your feelings, and if you begin to doubt or second guess your actions, the manipulator will use that hesitation against you.
So, trust yourself and never back down from what you believe is right.
Thirdly, say no when you don't want to do something you are uncomfortable with. There is a power behind the word no that you should use when it comes to breaking free from an emotional manipulator.
Your priorities, your boundaries should be respected by all. And if saying no is to make sure your boundaries are respected, then do so without any guilt over it.
I know all these steps will be hard to accomplish, but to maintain your emotional and mental well-being, taking these steps are important too. I hope with this video you learned the signs of emotional manipulation and the tactics emotional manipulators may use.
And with that said, I am signing off. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be coming up next week with another such mental and emotional wellness related content. Till then, keep smiling and take care.